Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. And I want to give a huge shout out to Daryl and Werner of the wrestling podcast Covalent TV. These guys work extremely hard and give an honest review. It's the second best podcast in the world, second to the Kurt Angle Show. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Hey Daryl, hey Warner, this is Thick Mama Pump, Jordan Grace, coming at you through a Snapchat filter because honestly, it's just easier this way for me, for you, and definitely for my self-esteem because I don't feel like putting on makeup right now, and you know how it is. But I heard you guys do a wrestling if I can talk today, podcast called I'm gonna say this right, hopefully. Covalent, fingers crossed, that's how you say it, because I think I would normally pronounce it Covalent, but Covalent Wrestling Podcast. So I hope that is awesome. I hope you guys get, a bazillion views on it or listens or however podcasts work, because everybody does them on Zoom nowadays. But talk to you later. Bye.
What's up, Daryl and Warner? This is the Swolverine, the F Machine, Mr. GMSI himself, Brian Cage. I mean, who better? You already know the answer to that question. And if you don't, that is nobody. Giving you guys a shout out on your podcast, Covalent. And I appreciate you guys being big fans, big supporters, and the best is yet to come. All right, guys, take care.
Oh, yeah, baby. The start of a new week, a very eventful weekend for yours truly, and I'm sure that you all have had eventful weekends as well. If not, extra read all about it, but I got to tell y'all something before we introduce ourselves as we always do. I'm going to say this with no exaggeration. I'm just going to say it straight up. This is honestly the worst wrestling I've ever seen on Monday Night Raw since its existence. I'm not kidding. I'm going to harp on that the entire review. So if you think the wrestling in WWE is currently cooking or hooping or it's aura or it's cinema, you might want to go ahead and tap out of this review right now. I'm just going to be honest with you. Even if you're a Ninja Watcher, you don't even comment. I encourage you to tap out of this review right now. I gave you a warning and a disclaimer, and you cannot say I didn't, okay? This was the worst wrestling I've ever seen on a Monday Night Raw ever. So that means, welcome to your WWE Raw Live Review. This is your boy, Mr. Starksign.
Big dub.
I am not here to play any of these games, okay? I am not here to play any of these games with none of y'all, man. It is no insert coin. It is no nothing. It is just strictly game over for WWE when it comes to being a professional wrestling product in my eyes. Because what I saw tonight was a failed system and a failed style that WWE pushes on wrestlers. What I saw tonight was a failure to understand that you get better results out of in-ring activity when you let wrestlers be themselves in the ring. There was so many failures that I want to talk about in between those ropes tonight. So I'm actually looking forward to getting to the show because even though it seems like the obvious thing to talk about, which, by the way, none of y'all should be skipping ahead because we'll get to it. But obviously there was something that happened tonight that y'all could probably imagine I'm very pissed about, because this wouldn't happen if WWE wrestlers weren't told, oh, when they get to the outside of the ring, you really got to play it up and you know, and talk to them a certain way, and then you got to play to the There's so much stuff that wouldn't happen in this company in between those ropes. The terrible wrestling that happens in between those ropes, if the WWE style wasn't considered the style. Oh, and I can't wait to cook on it, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to cook on it. It's going to be one of those tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But Truth Seekers roll call in the comment section, man. Drop the Truth Seekers in the comment section. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang. Donation gang, your work is very important, you know what I'm saying, this month and next. So go ahead and step up to the maximum capabilities possible. It's always important, but it's especially important the remainder of this month and next month. So show the necessary love. Likes are free, so there's no reason why you shouldn't have done that already. So take the opportunity, because it's 25-0 over here at this show. We don't get to 25 likes. Show goes off after 2 segments.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. Just so there's no confusion between us and you guys. We want to make sure that we keep things as clear and concise as possible over here at Covalent TV, because we don't like to bullshit our audience. Nor do we have a bunch of echo chamber dorks that support us. So we have to work with what we have, beautiful people. Okay? Now, children of the corn. No, I'm playing. Y'all ain't corny. Truth Seekers. We got a job to do. Y'all know exactly what that is. We ain't gonna fuck around, man. We gonna bring you beautiful people the news, whole one special, dumbass, accountable, and bring you facts, data, statistics as we go, because that is just what we do. Yeah. And I have a what we not gonna do to kick off the week, beautiful people. So y'all gonna want to sit back and enjoy watching this food getting made by a master chef. All right. Oh, and by the way, production note, and good news. Got approved for Double or Nothing, so I will be in good old, well, it's not Phoenix, but it's Glendale. Glendale, Phoenix, and Scottsdale. If you want to see, more specifically Scottsdale, if you want to see the most elite white women on the planet, Scottsdale.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Good old Scottsdale. Let's go ahead and put that out there just for everybody. It's a little free game. So, you know why I'm over in Glendale? I might shoot over to Scottsdale for a second just for research purposes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just got to figure out what's going on with the planet. I am there to be in Biodome too. It's not even for the women's. Okay. All right. Well, that's what I'm really there for. Much love. But yes, I will be there, beautiful people. I can't wait to get out there, man. I cannot wait to get out there, take up some of that sun, avoid tarantulas and scorpions, and, you know, maybe put a bitch in a scorpion deathlock. Who knows? I don't know. But we going to find out. So why I'm saying this, guys, is not only because I'm happy about the news, but also y'all better not come running in no goddamn comment section talk about is there going to be a show? You know why? Because it's going to take me time to get back from the arena.
Yes.
And I have to do the scrum. So don't ask no dumbass questions.
Everything takes time.
Yeah. Don't ask no dumbass questions. Goodness gracious me. I might just get a hotel in Phoenix. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even, I might just get a hotel in Phoenix. So that's going to be about a 35, 40-minute drive. All right? So calm your ass. Now that your asses have been calmed and humbled, you know what I'm saying? It's time to get into 10 News. Let go.
God. All right. So apparently Conan was supposed to work with El Grande Americano, according to him.
Oh my God. Why? So they could go on a crime spree of attempted lucha? What the fuck? What the hell? Why?
I
For what? No, serious question. For what?
Well, he said, I don't know what they were going to do, but I was supposed to be a part of it. I hardly doubt that's what they would use me for. Apparently, he was supposed to be the mystery man that gave him the mask.
Conan.
In Mexico.
Conan. Let me clear my throat for this one. Conan. You did all that premium grade A WWE ass licking just to be factored out of creative plans. You
for El Grande Americano.
You dumbass. You absolute dumbass. You did all that. You talked so many luchadors to come into WWE. You probably helped broker that deal between AAA and WWE. You did all that just to be not only tied to an Anglo-Saxon white man wearing a lucha mask, but then to be removed from creative from a white man with the lucha mask. Homie. You egg-headed fuck. You really thought WWE rocked with... They made you Max Moon. Dude, you looked like fucking Emperor Zurg from goddamn Toy Story. Are we serious? They had you dressed up like a fake-ass Buzz Lightyear, and you thought this company was actually going to look out for you?
Of course.
You thought you were going to factor heavily into plans, Conan. Well, let me keep it 100 with you. You're a dumbass. You sold Lucha Libre up the river for the sake of getting close to a company that don't even fuck with you, stupid. People
That's
are
amazing.
dumb.
Not to mention they hate Lucha Libre and they hate Mexicans. Like what is this?
He had Michael Cho making references to the Mexicals. Oh, the same gimmick where there were Latinos coming out on lawnmowers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the company that you said to the family of AAA, guys, I really think you should sell to them. That you really told them that.
No one's gonna take better care of you than Paul. I don't see color Levesque.
Dude, I know the joke is cocaine is a hell of a drug, but clout chasing is one hell of a drug these days.
Dear Lord.
You got men that are old enough to be goddamn Werner's father out here clout chasing motherfuckers. Like, what the hell, bro? When were y'all, like, okay, serious question. I saw somebody ask this on Twitter. If I remembered your username, I would say it, but I do not remember your username. I scroll, I post I get out fast. When it comes to Twitter, I get out as fast as I can.
Same.
I get out as fast. Ejecto-cito. I'm not going to lie to none of y'all watching this stream right now. But it was one person I saw say this, that, like, I agree with this so much that I almost wanted to retweet it, but I'm sorry, no free promo. Yesterday's price is not today's price. For fuck's sake, we were featured in the New York Times. I bet Werner didn't even know about that.
No, when did that happen?
Dude, my interview was featured in the New York Times for Sabu.
Oh.
So yesterday's price is not today's price. You want me to retweet your shit, it's going to cost. So anybody's watching this right now that's probably thinking, a wrestler or anything, like, oh, these Covalent TV guys, hopefully they retweet. And nope. You got to come up off that paper, homie. Got to break bread. Got to break bread. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Sorry. My apologies. If I think it's something that's genuinely dope and it's going towards a great cause or something, I'll retweet it. But, like, but reaching out to me, break bread. Break bread. Y'all don't got no problem breaking bread with these goddamn WWE ID schools. You shouldn't have no problem breaking bread for your promotion. Now I'm on that type of time. Because I'm that type of motherfucker. Don't only hit me up when you need something. Okay? Don't only hit me up when you fucking need something. You will get the biggest no you have ever heard in your life. That bitch gonna sound like, no. That shit it's gonna come raining down. Just... Let's keep it simple, okay? All right, you got to break bread. Just got to be real now. Craig Braveheart over there on Twitter. What's going on, Twitter? Twitter peeps, you know what I'm saying? Said, all the nothing Conan get with WWE, said, as you should. Yeah, man, dude, I can't do it no more. I'm starting to notice the platform going in a direction that I like, and I want to keep this momentum going. And, dude, once we start getting heavier into the interview game, it's really going to be up. The only reason why we've held back from it is life obligations and life tragedies, as much as I hate to say it.
Yeah.
We've never been able to catch a stride with interviews. Like, as soon as we catch a stride with interviews, something crazy fucking happens. Something wild happens in our real lives. So yeah, once we hit that interview stride, it's really gonna be the yesterday's price is not today's price situation. And we still got some fire interviews. Even with that, we still got some game-changing interviews. So, yeah, I really hope all y'all clout-chasing interviewers, grifters, media outlet, I really hope that y'all was stacking y'all money up, because I'm about to make sure all you motherfuckers starve. Every single one of you. And I do not care what it hurts. I don't care if it hurts your bottom line. I don't care if it hurts your household. I don't care if it takes food off of your kitchen table, homie. I'm coming for every single thing that you motherfuckers don't deserve. Let me say that again. I'm coming for every single thing you motherfuckers don't deserve and don't work for. You don't got to like that I said it. You just got to get ready for it. And even then, you still not going to stop it. Oops, my bad. But to get back on Conan, dude, no. Put a quarter in your ass because you played yourself.
Yeah.
Their first idea to get you on board with WWE is to tie you into a storyline where a white man is making a mockery of Lucha Libre. Congrats, homie. Conan, you are just changing wrestling the more and more you exist. You are just moving that needle, aren't you? Backwards, but you're moving it. So congratulations, Conan. All right? And because you wanted to team up with El Grande Americano, you supposed to do something with that. You know what, man? That's one way of Viva la Raza, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, he's a white guy. Uh-oh. Oops. Oops.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sorry about that. I'm be clearing my throat a lot tonight, guys. You know what I'm saying? I was using my voice a lot this weekend for good things, some bad things, some funny things, it was y'all just don't, that ain't none of y'all business. At least not until we get done with the review. All right. Speaking of things that are none of our business, and we just typically don't even want to bother with it, but we have to, because if we don't, we will have no way of exposing these people to you, so you know who to avoid when you are scrolling your timelines. So if you know what portion of the show is coming up because you watch us all the time, you show us love, you are a part of the like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang, then in which case you know what's about to happen. If you don't because you hate us and you're a hater and your life fucking sucks and you hate that I'm so goddamn handsome and you hate that Werner is a Mayo man, then in which case I'm going to tell your punk ass anyway, it is time for us to hold one special. Accountable. It is time for drone accountability.
This is from Twitter.
You were waiting for the let's go, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, because I'm so used to it.
Well, here's the thing. This is what happens when I steal all your mayonnaise. I have to be a little bit more subtle. Werner, the great mayo famine is upon you. You will have.
I don't have any mayo in the house.
You will have no more mayonnaise.
I really don't have any mayo in the house.
Yeah, because I took it all. I took it all. You will have no more mayonnaise. But go ahead with your drone accountability, sir.
All right, this is from Twitter.
Good old Twitter.
And this is from Jazz. Jazz says, and I quote, "That time John Cena signed 3,000 autographs in just over an hour and doing it so its fans have time and money is honored the right way. John Cena's dedication towards the fans will remain untouched." Heart emoji.
And this is why I stole all of your mayonnaise. Okay. Dumbass. I sprinkled a couple dumbasses in there for you too, sir.
What?
Werner. Ground fruit is not good fruit right now, sir.
It just pops up in my timeline.
Werner, you would eat an apple off a New York sidewalk, wouldn't you?
Oh.
Werner, if you eating fruit and you look to your right and you look to your left and you see the Ninja Turtles, you're probably too low. You're probably too low.
This is what pops up in my timeline.
Well, sir, ejecto-cedo. Ejecto-damn cedo. All right? I think I might have an ejecto-cedo one tonight too, but this is something that, again, you guys need to hear because you need to know who to avoid. So, hey. Can't kill Werner completely for it. I can't, but I'm going to tell you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is a doozy train. Pull the train up to the station. Pull the train up to the station. I need to see train emojis right here, right now. I need them. Now it's time for me to hold one special. Dumbass! Accountable. So, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, my voice is going crazy. Not speaking of compelling storylines, not speaking of the wrestling that is going on in the ring, not speaking on marquee production, not speaking on anything that makes a wrestling show great, because WWE Raw is a terrible show.
Yes.
And these drones are so distracted by not holding the show accountable that they have to come up with anything to keep the time going by as Raw is on their television sets. Which brings me to King __ Ragnarok, who said during Monday Night Raw, Seth ain't got no fucking drawers on with his tight ass pants. Dumbass. Do you know how bad a show has to be to the point of where a man is paying attention to if another man has a pair of drawers on underneath his pants? I'm going to let that one sit on y'all chest for about 3 seconds. I'm going to let that one just relax right there. And pause, by the way. I'm going to let that one just relax right there. Do you know how bad a show has to be? And not only do you know how bad a show has to be, do you know how much you have to avoid accountability of how bad the show is? To the point of where the only criticism you can generate during a show is Seth Rollins don't got no drawers on underneath his tight ass pants. That's where we at, y'all. That's what, not we. I'm sorry, my apologies. That's where WWE fans are. Instead of actually making great assessments and valid criticisms of the show and actually pushing for the product to be better, you have grown men trying to figure out if Seth Rollins got drawers on underneath his damn pants or not. And y'all wonder why I tell y'all don't argue with these motherfuckers. Y'all wonder why I tell y'all don't go back and forth with these motherfuckers. Y'all wonder why. The only comments and conversation I tell y'all to have with them is corrective. Like if they're just spreading misinformation or saying something you know just is unequivocally false, then in which case, light them the fuck up with facts, data, and statistics. Be my guest. But this is why I tell you to never engage with these people unless it is strictly corrective action. This is why. Because instead of going Triple H, you're booking a horrible show tonight. Seth Rollins don't got drawers on underneath his pants. They will find any way to skirt accountability for WWE. If that is not proof of that, Werner, I do not know what is.
The fact that we're going this far is shocking.
Warren, I'm willing to go as far as to say this is a textbook drone accountability. You know why? Because this is why we do drone accountability.
Yeah.
This is why we do drone accountability. Because that shows you something. That right there should be very telling. And somebody might say, oh, he's taking the piss out of the show. It's a joke. No. Werner, have you ever watched a wrestling show and thought, man, does that male wrestler have drawers on underneath his pants?
No, I never thought that for one bleeping second.
Like even as a joke?
No.
So spare me that bullshit. If you about to come in here and say that, please spare me that bullshit. You guys just take everything too seriously. No, homie. That man had to type that out, proofread it, and then post it. Can we please stop treating WWE fans like children and treat them like the creepy, weirdo adults that they are?
Mm-hmm.
Can we please? Because it's just them. Again, I'm going to start saying that more often so people get it through their skull. It's just them. You don't really see AEW fans doing this. You don't really, hell, before they were WWE adjacent, you really didn't see TNA fans doing this.
No.
You don't see New Japan fans doing this. You don't see CMLL fans doing this. It's just WWE fans. That's why I didn't like how Rhea Ripley, All Lives Mattered, creepy women's wrestling fans, and put it on like all wrestling. I didn't like that shit. And there was a conversation had about that. I didn't like that shit. Just say WWE fans. Because, yeah, there's wrestling fans outside of WWE that know who you are, but who are the primary people that comment on you? Oops. There goes logic, Warner. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Logic go bye-bye.
Uh-oh. Marlo came through with the first donation of the night. Fast Schmackaroo saying the fact that they are more concerned about a man wearing underwear than actually good booking says a lot. Yeah, that's why I just said it's a textbook drone accountability. I didn't realize it until I read it just now. I didn't realize it until I read it just now. That if y'all ever wonder, why do y'all do drone accountability every show? That's why. Because that's some alarming ass shit. Not, hey, Triple H, how did you fumble the booking for the entire show? Hey, why couldn't you make this match be something a little bit more instead of going to your regular old, same old booking tactics? No. Does Seth Rollins have underwear on under his pants or not? That's where we at, ladies and gentlemen.
It just, you know what? This shows how bad and low the bar is. We're now talking about what wrestlers are wearing or not wearing. That's pathetic.
It's weird. Well, Werner, you using that word again. That's what I've described them as, and I will continue to describe them as until they give me a reason otherwise. WWE fans are pathetic.
Yeah.
They're cowards, too. I noticed that about them. They're cowards, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like how me and Werner broke it down on the show. Like, they rather hit the dislike button on our videos instead of actually coming to the comment section and argue their points. Even though it's going to be the same talking points that they always use, I would at least appreciate the effort. I would at least give an E for effort in that scenario. But y'all are so cowardly and so strange and weird and peculiar and dorky to the point of where I think all of those titles that I just put on y'all clouds y'all judgment from actually doing the right thing and saying the right things. You're so weird, you can't hold Triple H accountable. You're so dorky, you can't see through the weeds and see that Jey Uso is a terrible wrestler. Should I keep it going? Like, it's so bad that we have to review these shows in itself, the WWE shows in themselves, but then we have to hop on Twitter after the show just to, like, you know, keep our ear to the streets, and we have to see people actually praising these terrible shows. That's the part that really hurts.
Yeah.
That's the part where me and Warren be like, bruh, do you see this shit? And that's why I created drone accountability. That is the reason why I created drone accountability. I want you to understand that. So if anybody's like, oh, you guys don't have to do it. Oh, my God, you don't have to do it. Yes, we do. Because if we didn't, who else is going to do it?
I don't see anyone else doing it. Do you?
And Craig Braveheart said, I drove up to South Carolina to Raw with his girlfriend and friends for this Raw was me. God bless your soul, man. See, some people are just creatures of habit. Oh, I grew up with it, so whenever it's near me, I gotta go see it. It's the hottest ticket in town. It's not, though. How much money has to be stolen from y'all for y'all to be like, enough is enough? How much terrible booking do you have to see for it to be enough? SummerSlam is struggling to move tickets right now, just like WrestleMania did.
Mm-hmm.
And people go, well, look at the weekly shows. Their attendance is going back up on that, so shut up. It's not hard to galvanize 10,000 drones to pack it to an arena. Do you know how many drones there are out there?
Seriously.
If anything, WWE should be able to sell out stadiums every week.
Mm-hmm.
Based on their drone army size, they should be able to sell out a stadium every week. And somebody might say, oh, that's hyperbole. Is it though? Is it though? Is it though? You could make a criticism of WWE at 3:00 in the morning, and 5,000 American WWE drones will be attacking you by 3:30. Is it a stretch? Is it really a stretch? If WWE is as hot as people make it out to be, they could sell out stadiums every single week. Werner, please correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you are correct. But here's the thing. If they are so hot, why not do a residency at the United Center? Because that is the largest arena as of right now in the United States. They could probably fit 25.
Realistically, yeah.
Realistically, you could fit 25.
You could probably push it to like 26, 27, depending on what you do.
Right, depending on your set and everything.
Yeah.
Which we know WWE doesn't adjust for their sets. But again, you show that this is not popular because attendance is going down. Yeah, there's going to be an uptick every once in a great while, depending on where they are. But overall, year over year, it's still going down. Ratings are going down.
And wait, I'm going to stop you right there. Because Werner, that is a perfect transition into the next thing we finna do. Guys, I try to keep it a rarity, and guess what, y'all? We have spun the block right back on it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for what we not gonna do. This is a very simple, straight to the point. Well, Werner, feel free to comment once I cook on this, once I'm done with this. What we not gonna do, WWE drones and compromised media. I am smelling the best fucking burger and fries I think I've ever smelled in my life. Where's that coming from? Like, I don't know where it's coming from. I'm sorry. Like, I'm like, dude, where's it coming from? But that's not going to derail me from anything. That's just a sign that, because I was going to get a burger and fries after this stream. So that's a sign. That's a sign from God.
Yeah.
But what we not going to do, compromise media and WWE drones, is blame the talent for why SmackDown just got a fucking, what did they get, Werner? Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull this up.
It was 1.2.
It was a 1.2.
Yeah.
That's what we not, homie. That's what we are not going to do even a little bit. See, I was raised in a different era to know where if you want to address an issue, you work from what? The top down.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we pointing at the talent? Why are we pointing at the talent? Oh, well, they had competition. Shut up. Everybody has competition.
And yet we had a story come out, last or over the weekend or this morning, that Warner Brothers was thrilled at what AEW did against the NHL and NBA.
Homie, because they probably saw it alongside those Max numbers and it probably beat the SmackDown number.
Right.
Dude, HBO Max is in competition with Netflix. Everything has competition. I'm so tired of that excuse being ran out for WWE strictly. I'm so tired of that bullshit. But like, I could get on a whole diatribe about that. I easily could. But I saw so many people blaming the wrestlers that I was like, are you serious? It's a predetermined sport. Who books them? Why will you not hold the person who books them accountable? Y'all was glazing SmackDown all night. I saw it with my own eyes. I dare you motherfuckers to lie. I saw y'all glazing SmackDown all night. Oh, talking about how Tiffany versus Nia cooked or a cinema cook hoop. Oh my God, it was so great. Just for when that rating came out to be like, oh, well, that main event was terrible, so I don't blame people for that rating. What? Dude, y'all have to pick a fucking struggle. Because I always say on this show, y'all know deep down inside, y'all know this product is ass. Y'all know it is. Y'all know it is. But y'all keep putting makeup on this pig and trying to tell me it's goddamn, I don't know. Think of any bad bitch. Y'all keep putting lipstick on a damn pig. And then y'all will turn around and be like, no, that's not a pig. That's Nicole R.E. Parker. No, that's not a pig. That's Sydney Sweeney. No. Yes. It's a pig. You cannot put makeup on a pig and tell me it's not a pig. It's just a pig with makeup on. But do y'all go from the top down? No. Y'all go straight to blaming everything but the source. One of y'all family members could get murdered right in front of y'all. Y'all can see the person who killed them's face. And y'all will walk outside and find a random person on the sidewalk and be like, you killed my mother. No, the person that killed your mom is right there in the house. You just saw him do it. That's how y'all treat Triple H. Triple H gets treated with kid gloves, homie.
Yeah.
And now they're doing this weird thing where they're blaming TKO? You mean the people that strictly went acquisition only? They're not even hands-on? It was just an acquisition? Y'all are blaming the acquisition company. Guys, I've been in business long enough to know this. If a company fails after an acquisition, it's the company that was acquired's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know upon new acquisition, whoever acquired it funnels money and resources into the company they just acquired. So if WWE continues to fail in spite of belonging to TKO, who does that mean failed?
TKO.
Y'all are stupid. Like, I swear you motherfuckers are dumb. Why are we blaming the talent? They only get told what the fuck to do. What, like, seriously, bro? That's what, ladies and gentlemen, is that really where we're at? But wasn't one of the dunks that y'all tried to use for people that support AEW and defended AEW, wasn't one of the dunks, oh, why are you guys defending a billionaire? Wasn't that one of y'all dunks?
Mm-hmm.
Why are y'all defending a billionaire? Because I'm sure liquid assets between Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, they're billionaires. I'm certain.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Why
Easily.
are y'all defending billionaires?
And you can't call it a family company anymore.
No. But wasn't that one of y'all dunks? Why are people defending a billionaire? Why are people defending the son of a billionaire? That was y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't even say y'all defending Triple H. Y'all not even defending him. All y'all are doing are just standing in front of a goddamn line of fire, and he's just sitting behind you eating dinner. Y'all are sacrificing y'all bodies for nothing. He don't even give a fuck about you. At least Tony Khan tries to please his fans.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? We're probably at 8 to 9 at times out of 10. He does a really good job with it.
And when TKO inevitably dissolves and it gets sold for spare parts by Endeavor, then what y'all gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
Then what y'all gonna say? And who's to say Vince doesn't buy it back? See, I bet y'all wasn't even thinking about that. Who's to say Vince doesn't buy it back if he's alive? Who's to say? Because WWE, if they don't get a good re-up with Netflix or whatever, if Netflix opts out in year 5, WWE is going to be in trouble. And TKO Endeavor, whatever you want to call them, it's going to become a net negative for them, and they're going to have to sell. And the irony of that is Tony Khan might have an opportunity at that point to do one of the funniest things ever. At that point, Tony Khan might have an opportunity to do one of the funniest things ever. He might have a chance to do what Vince McMahon did to Eric Bischoff with the purchase of WCW.
Yeah.
Sneak in the middle of the night and acquire it. So, yeah, Triple H, go ahead, bro. I mean, unless it was something in the deal with TKO and Endeavor that was wrote in, like, you cannot sell to these people. Like, if you guys do decide to sell us for spare parts, here are the people you cannot sell us to. Unless they put that in there. But if they didn't, Tony Khan has an opportunity to do one of the funniest things ever. The Saudi deal is like the brain. The Netflix deal is like the heart. Losing either would be a deadly blow. But you get shot in the heart, you're going to die pretty fast. There's people that have been shot in the brain and have survived. And that Netflix deal is their heart. So if Netflix year 5 goes, you know what? We out of here, man. We out of the wrestling business. Do y'all know the position WWE is going to be in?
Death.
Near. Yeah. They're going to be on the operating table. Yeah. I'm not going to say death straight away, but they're going to be on the operating table. They're going to be on the damn operating table for sure. How do we piece them back together? They're going to be on the operating table for sure. So WWE, no, go ahead. Keep booking these terrible shows. Keep price gouging your fans. And that's why they're price gouging their fans. Me and Werner mentioned this, before the Netflix deal. We said the reason why they're price gouging their fans is they're forecasting something that they don't want people to know about. Me and Werner was saying that before the Netflix deal. That's why they're price gouging their fans. They're getting while the getting's good because they know the getting ain't finna be good no more. Real soon. They're forecasting something, and they don't want to tell their fans. I don't know how many of y'all were alive enough to see Enron. At one point, Enron was a very profitable company.
Mm-hmm.
It was a stock market juggernaut. Am I lying?
No, you're not. So I was looking up Endeavor. Endeavor's actually owned by Silver Lake.
Interesting.
Yeah,
man. I'm telling you. WWE is pulling an Enron right now, and people are too stupid to realize it.
Or it's just going over their heads because WWE fans.
Now, who's going to be the Bernie Madoff? That's the question. Who's going to be the Bernie Madoff? Who's going to put the bullet in the heart of WWE? Who is it going to be? And remember, Vince McMahon, even though it was in a kayfabe promo, he said he would be the one to kill his own creation. So again, who's to say Vince doesn't buy it back and just completely destroy it? Who's to say? See, Warren, it's a point and an obligation we have to make sure we educate everybody watching our show, correct?
Yeah.
So if y'all are wondering, why is he going so long on this? Because someday you're going to look back on all these words that I'm saying, and you're going to be like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
If I could keep it short and sweet and educate, I would, but that's not how education works. Name one teacher that was like, all right, guys, turn your book to chapter 1, read the first paragraph. All right, I'm going to sit down. No. They're going to go through the paragraph, why it's important, and what you need to study on any additional pages to complete your homework. So if there's anybody that goes, why is he so long-winded about this stuff? Because I have to be. Because it don't get through anybody's skull if I don't. And plus, it's our show. We can say whatever the fuck we want, however long we want to say it. If you want to leave, you can leave. But Warner, give your thoughts on everything with the ratings and them blaming and the fans blaming the talent, like everything I just said. Give your thoughts.
Okay, so first of all, no talent should be blamed for what happened on Friday. Period. Because again, they're being told by their boss what to do. Their bosses have created a ecosystem, style, everything under the sun that you can think of to tell the wrestler, hey, you're going to do this here, and here. And you got 10 minutes to do it in. That's literally it. All they are puppets. And Triple H is doing the marionette thing or whatever it's called. So if SmackDown was terrible, it's on Triple H, it's on Nick Khan, it's on Bruce Pritchard.
The overseers, yeah.
Yeah, the overseers. It's all the marionette people. That's who is in trouble. That's the ones that should be blamed. Now, ratings. I mean, we've been talking about SmackDown going downhill ever since, what did they hit, a 1.5 a couple years ago? Raw was hitting 1.5s.
Mm-hmm.
And because they were on USA.
No, the bleeding was intensifying before they went to Netflix.
Yeah, it was really getting bad. Now here we are, and it's intensifying for SmackDown. And with NBC Universal spinning off their cable and having to cost cut.
And Warner, it's no Netflix to stop the bleeding for SmackDown either.
No, there's not.
At least not in the U.S.
Yeah, no, not in the U.S. Because honestly, they're going to probably not want to pay extra for another program.
Because they're not getting the results on the first program they bought.
No, they're not. And here's the other thing. It's going to look weird when hypothetically, let's say Netflix goes out of their mind and says, hey, we'll take on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Why is everything then at that point? You have 90% of your weekly television, Raw, SmackDown, and then of course I know there's NXT, but Raw and SmackDown are your two main roster shows. That's all on Netflix. But hey, let's go to Peacock and watch that premium live event, shall we? Netflix is going to get pissed. Period. And then they're going to, because why am I driving someone to another service? I'm in competition with Peacock. I'm in competition with HBO Max. What's to say they don't drop them because they are working with Peacock?
And Werner, here's the point that I think no one in our comment section, as of right now, is not thinking about, probably until I say it. How much of that Netflix money do you think has already been spent?
Ooh, I would think a good 75%.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, the biggest spike that they are going to see in a quarter for the next 3 to 4 years is going to be this next quarter they report on, because it's going to include the initial Netflix deal numbers and the initial new Saudi deal numbers. Guys, I do this for real. I'm telling you right now, me and Warren have conversations off camera, and he talks about finances and stocks and the government and all that stuff. And he probably think I don't be knowing what he talks about, but trust me, guys, I'm very well versed in this stuff. I actually trade, so I know how a lot of this stuff goes. And I trade at a pretty high level, might I add. And that money is probably damn near gone.
Mm-hmm.
WWE's cost, if we're adjusting for cost, all inclusive, production, travel, if we're adjusting for costs, WWE, since the life of this deal, has probably spent, I'm going to probably say anywhere from 60 to 65% of that money. Production cost, yeah. Once you factor all that stuff in, why do you think they minimized their set? Why do you think they tried to use the excuse, so we could fit more fans for our shows? No, that ain't why they did it. talent contract costs, tour bus costs for buying for talents. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. And releasing a few wrestlers here and there is not going to stop the bleeding. Let me say that again, because I want everything I'm saying to sink in. Releasing a few wrestlers here and there, once a year, maybe twice, that's not going to stop the bleeding. WWE.
Hold on, if you're gonna drop wrestlers, you're gonna have to go big. So like on the level of a Seth Rollins, like big.
WWE is like a master survivalist when it comes to how they continue to get along. They're like a master survivalist. Whereas you wouldn't have, if you didn't put yourself in these situations to begin with, you wouldn't have to be a master survivalist. But WWE puts themselves in these situations. They play with fire all the time. They get burned, and then here comes someone to nurse their wounds with some money. But now people are going to start looking at WWE as a brand and entity and going, okay, you burned yourself. I'm not going to patch you up this time. You heal your own burn. I'm tired of patching you up with my money. Because every time y'all fall on a hard time, here we come with some bread, and we never get a return. You want to know the only people that say we not going to patch your motherfucking your burn up with anything? We're not going to do anything? Fox. Fox is the only one to be like, no, fuck that. We got burned, if anything. So salute to Fox for that. Fox was the only one to be like, man, no, hell no. We ain't putting no aloe vera on your damn burns. You go buy your own fucking aloe vera.
And you remember when the drones heard that? Oh, they were pissed.
Oh, they started attacking Fox like 40 going damn north.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So when Netflix does the same in year 5, and WWE's like, but my burn, though. And Netflix goes, fuck your burn, just like Fox did.
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to do? They've already burnt that candle down to the end of the wax with motherfucking NBC Universal. NBC Universal has been doing them solids for a long time, and I think they've ran out of goodwill with them. They took SmackDown like, okay, well, all right, last favor. You know when you tell somebody that in real life, last favor. And if they do take them back, it's going to be for pennies on the dollar. Yeah, I know they're going to go crawling back to USA. But what I'm telling you is USA is going, NBC Universal is going to look at them and be like, okay, you could come back in. But you know you're going to have to pay some rent, right? You know you're going to have to help me out with these, these electricity bills, right? You're going to have to put some food in that refrigerator, right? And this is something that WWE fans think cannot happen to them. For whatever reason or another, they do not think this can happen to them. And it's hilarious to me. Let me read a super chat. Adrian Carpenter came through, said it's hit rock bottom when we're talking about a man's underwear to cover for WWE's lack of quality. Yeah, I spoke on that in the beginning. Playback gang, go back and listen to what I said about that. That was a textbook drone accountability. And then we got another super chat from Adrian with 5 Schmackaroos saying, I thought ratings and attendance was the strength of WWE. Now they're crashing out because they're about to lose that talking point. Yeah, of course they are. And they're going, oh, well, if the product is so dead, why are they fitting 10,000 people in every arena they go to on a week-to-week basis? Again, and I spoke on this at the beginning, it's not hard to galvanize 10,000 WWE drones no matter what state you go to in this country. Mm-hmm. It's not hard. WWE with their base, not their fan base, with their base, should be able to sell out stadiums everywhere they go. Stadiums, not arenas, stadiums. But we see what happens when they try to go to a stadium. We saw what happened with WrestleMania when they went to a stadium. Mm-hmm. And it's going to happen with SummerSlam too. You would think, right? Oh,
Besides, I mean, the stadiums that WWE just picks are not conducive for a wrestling show. They just aren't.
White Shadow with a really good comment, Warner. White Shadow said WWE is never going to be profitable, and Endeavor knew this. I tell you what.
That's a great question. That's a great statement.
White Shadow, it took nuts for you to say that in this comment section. You want me to tell you why? Because all of the drones and fair walkers that watch our show from the shadows, right? They're going to see that comment and they're going to dislike our video because you said that and because I read it. But you're not wrong. WWE is a vanity project for Endeavor. Let me say that again. WWE is a vanity project for Endeavor. It looks good in a portfolio. Does that make sense? Well, if you've dabbled in the stock market, you know this. We all have that one stock in our portfolio that we're very proud of because it looks good, but it's a volatile stock. One day it looks good. Another day you're like, oh shit. I just lost $300. But you keep it because it looks good. Apple looks good in the stock portfolio.
Yes, it does.
But is it a volatile stock? Absolutely. It's bullish as hell. It is a bullish ass stock.
Wouldn't you say that about all technology right now, though?
Basically. Yeah, I don't know. I would not encourage somebody to invest in tech stocks unless it's a startup. See, sometimes, no offense, Werner. Sometimes I let people like Werner think I'm stupid. I let people like y'all think I'm stupid. Oh, there's a black man talking about stocks? What? Yeah, I know my shit. And I live below my means, way below my means, on purpose. Because when the world comes crashing down inevitably again, like in the Great Depression, I'm going to be ready for it. I'm going to be ready for it. Housing market crash, I'm going to be ready. Stock market crash, I'm going to be ready. Everybody going to be struggling, jumping out of windows and shit. I'm going to walk past them with a Rolex on. Get them. But yeah, Moxie Mike said WWE is a business failure tax write-off. Facts.
Yeah.
Said that's a possibility too, but I think Vince would have first dibs. I think to buy WWE back, I think Vince would probably have first dibs. I feel like that was wrote into it. Like I feel like that, I'm almost certain that was wrote into it. Because typically when you sign off on acquisition deals, there's a buyback plan. So whoever facilitated the sale of WWE will probably have the first swing at buying it back if they want to buy it back. If the Saudis bought WWE, they knew WWE would be in the red. Yeah, but the Saudis don't care.
No.
The Saudis don't care. They'll just buy it and let it die and wither off, and then that'll be it.
But every pay-per-view will be from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, they'll sink all the money in the world into it until they just don't want to anymore, and then WWE will just inevitably die. So if you're a diehard WWE fan, you don't want that to happen. You don't want the Saudis to get it because they're gonna throw a whole bunch of money at it until they get tired of throwing money at it.
Mm-hmm.
And once they get tired of throwing money at it, guess what? WWE go bye-bye. Respectfully. All right, I'm going to read a few more comments, and then we got to get into the show that we would never go into Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Said John Cena's last match in Boston would be like WrestleMania ticket prices. Okay, well, whoever's dumb enough to pay that's on them.
Yeah.
Adrian Carpenter with the two schmackaroos saying the cash cow for Endeavor is UFC, not WWE. I said that on a stream before WrestleMania. I think I said that WrestleMania week, the stream I did before I left. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, that's common knowledge right there.
Everybody knows that. Come on now. But like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang, show the necessary love. Donation gang is very important for the remainder of this month and next month going into All In because I want to host an event for all real wrestling fans in Texas, ladies and gentlemen. So
I gotta
necessary love. Go ahead.
I gotta believe the last time WWE was a cash cow at any point was probably WrestleMania 17.
Somewhere around that time, yeah.
Yeah, and then it started to drop.
Craig Braveheart asked a question that I'm not even concerned enough to give an answer to, but I'm going to do it for the sake of us being live. Craig said, what are WWE fans going to do without WWE? I've said this, I think I said this year I want to say year one, but I think it's year two. WWE fans will die off. They'll just die. And I don't mean literally. I don't mean literally. But like, they'll just stop watching wrestling because they're not fans of wrestling. So that's it. Game over.
They'll reminisce. That's it. They'll probably go to the WWE network every once in a while, or not the network, their YouTube page, and go, man, you remember that time John Cena beat up so-and-so? That was awesome.
Yeah. They'll become the when they reminisce over you gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't have anything. They'll just, their life will lose purpose. I know that sounds really dark to say, but it's the truth. Their entire life will lose. It will just lose purpose. In their eyes. They're not going to go watch anything else.
No.
Yeah, it'll be over with at that point. All right, let me see what we got. Hold on. Because there was some comments I saw that I wanted to read, but I fucking think I missed them now. Hold on, let me see. Marlo said, yeah, I remember Enron and it collapsed. Yeah, man, I think that Enron analogy that I just gave in the breakdown and how similar it is, again, y'all going to look back on what I'm saying 4 or 5 years from now and be like, holy shit. We tend to be very prophetic on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Murray. I saw that too. I saw them blaming the crowds too. I saw that. I saw it all. Catherine, that's an interesting factoid that I actually knew, and I want everybody else to know that too. I'm going to read it. Said right before their collapse, they had just named the Minute Maid Park Enron Park. That's in Houston where the Astros play. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. I actually remember that. Yeah, Enron was hugely successful until it wasn't. So WWE fans, enjoy these dunks that you think you're doing on pro wrestling. Like, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because y'all Enron day is coming. The movie Fun with Dick and Jane is based off of the Enron collapse. The remake with Jim Carrey and Tia Leone. I think that's how you say it now. Yeah. Go watch it. It's a hilarious movie, by the way. Yeah. I will be at All In, Craig. I will be there, sir. Barring unforeseen circumstances, I will be there. And also, again, just to repeat it so everybody knows, all right? Because I don't duck no smoke. If somebody want to see me and they got a problem, we can handle it. But I will be in Glendale. I'm just going to keep saying Phoenix because Glendale and Phoenix are only like 30 minutes away from each other. But I will be in Glendale for Double or Nothing, ladies and gentlemen. So if you see me, say what up to a player. If I got a white bitch with me, leave me alone. All right? No, I'm playing. You can still walk up to me. I'm just going to tell her to step over. All right. You see what we got. All right. Okay, all right. Y'all killing the comment section tonight. That's the fuck I'm talking about, goddammit. Hell yeah. But let's keep this donation gang going. Let's keep everything rolling through. Let's keep it popping, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't calm down with the mad shit, shut up.
Matthew Shelton started it.
I know he said it, but you sound like a kid. Matthew Shelton started it.
He started it.
Not you snitching live on stream. All right. But, guys, it's time to get to the show that we would never go into, Raw, sponsored by Trojan. It's time to get into Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. Well, hey, I have no control over what other people's women do. So if it is her, then in which case, you know what I'm saying, take that up with her.
Yeah. Because
I will smoke your ass. My shit is always on me. You don't die over a woman now, player. But let's keep it going, man. Plus, I know how to fight, so yeah. Either way. Oh wait, hold on. Said WWE without Netflix and the Saudi money would be like the Lakers without Jerry Buss. Oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
That's a great comment.
I like that a lot. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get into Monday Night Raw, y'all. Let's do it. Okay. The show opens up with commentary hyping up tonight's show, followed by a recap of last week's Seth Rollins business.
Mm-hmm.
And the usual montage of talent arriving at the arena. Beautiful people. We can never forget it. We can never forget it. We can never forget it.
$50,000 a person. $50,000 to be a star. Get the philanthropic stuff going. Let's go.
Werner, the pocket monitor over here.
I'm not pocketing and monitoring anything. I want to fine people for showing up late.
This motherfucker is the living tribunal of watching pockets.
I'm not watching any I don't care who makes what. I just said $50,000 fine goes to be a star.
You do, because you want to take their salary from them.
That's probably pennies to them. I don't care.
That's literally
right
what you just did was literally pocket watching. What you just did right now.
What they make.
You just said, "Oh, that's probably pennies to them." That's pocket watching.
But I don't know what they make. I don't care what they make.
Werner, holy fucking shit. Guys, is that not the literal definition of pocket watching? Is that not the literal definition of pocket watching?
So finding people for showing up late to work.
No. Don't move the goalposts. You know exactly what you just said.
I'm not moving the goalposts.
That's probably pennies to them. That's pocket watching.
Is.
It's on tape, homie. Everybody rewind it right now. Okay, you'll catch up. It'll probably take you 5 seconds to catch up. God damn it, Werner. I caught you right in the motherfucking bear trap. I caught you right in the bear trap. I wasn't even trying either. All right. Yeah, pocket monitor. Pocket monitor McGillicuddy over here. Marlo said that's pocket watching. Craig said that's definitely the definite. Right. Werner, see, all right, bro. See, when I'm wrong, I'll admit it. But Werner, oh, God, you got to fight this motherfucker tooth and goddamn nail. All right.
Hear what they make.
What did you say about you having a lot of mass?
Huh?
What did you just say?
I said I don't care what they make.
Yes, you do. All right. No, it ain't going to be no mayonnaise for a week because I already stole all of his mayonnaise.
I don't have any mayonnaise because I never buy it.
He doesn't have any more mayonnaise. Okay? But by the way, YouTube is playing with our likes again right in front of our face, guys. I know it was at 25 likes. Scroll down and hit that thumbs up again so YouTube understands that these are not fake likes. And I don't know why they audit our fucking likes because we've never bought likes or views.
Right.
Can y'all scroll down and hit that thumbs up again? I hate when YouTube does this stupid ass shit. All right. Everybody scroll down and hit the like button again, man. Motherfucker said Werner's having mayo withdrawals because it's causing him not to think correctly.
I'm not having mayo withdrawals.
Man, goodness gracious me. Maybe he does. Maybe he does have all the mustard, but I stole all of his mayonnaise. He will never have none for the rest of his life. All right? Just want everybody to understand that. It's an important moment in American history when you can keep a white man from mayonnaise.
Horseradish is a very underrated condiment, you know?
This fat ass motherfucker.
What?
Did you just go on a horseradish binge just now? Did you just hit me off with that horseradish? When I see a seahorse, you know what I think of? Horseradish.
I never said that.
And I also think about how the male seahorses can have babies.
Oh,
But most importantly, I think about the horseradish. Goodness gracious. All right, guys. Again, scroll down and hit that like button. Scroll down and hit that like button. YouTube is playing with us. They literally just took 9 likes from us. I'm looking at it real time. It is sitting at 20. They just took 9 likes from us, ladies and gentlemen. Well, 10 now. Everybody go hit that like button, man. Go ahead and hit that like button, beautiful people. See, this that bullshit.
That's crazy.
Oh, we want our content creators to grow and be happy with YouTube. And will you take this survey and kiss my ass? Respectfully. All right. While y'all getting them likes up, get them likes up. While y'all getting them likes up, let's continue going with Raw. I'm going to make this Logan Paul Gunther thing a long story short. This might be a quick show tonight.
God.
This actually might be a quick show tonight.
Yeah, because this was a bunch of trash.
I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of weird. Like, usually when I look at the shows, I'm like, man, we really got to break this down. Nah, it ain't much to break down tonight. But, oh, Gunther and Logan Paul, oh, I'm going to face you, and oh, by the way, for all of the WWE drones that said, oh, the loss to Jey Uso isn't going to affect Gunther because Jey Uso is really over. He didn't lose to some jobbers, so why would it affect him? WrestleMania is a month in the past now.
Yeah, literally, day of. Today is the day that Jey Uso won the title a month ago.
And they're still chanting, you tapped out at him.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to admit y'all was wrong? Are y'all ready to admit y'all was wrong? They didn't even care about what Gunther was saying in this promo. They didn't care what Logan Paul was saying in this promo either. You know what that crowd was just doing? They were just spamming whatever chant they thought they were supposed to chant. They sounded confused. You want to know how I know they were confused? Ladies and gentlemen, by the time Gunther got through cutting his promo, that actually had some decent subject matter, if I'm being honest. By the time he got through with his promo, the audience was applauding him. I said, are they cheering Gunther right now? This is why y'all will never get better. This is why y'all will never get a better product. This is why. Meet Logan Paul with apathy. That's how you let WWE know you don't want him in front of you or on your television. If you want Triple H to think Gunther is a great heel, boo Gunther all the way through. Because I see all these WWE drones say, oh, I don't want Logan Paul on my television. Oh, my God. But then when y'all see him in these arenas, y'all give him a reaction.
All right, how about this? In kayfabe, all right, in kayfabe. Gunther beats the punter, right? What does that do? That should literally do nothing for his stock to be in the world title picture. Yet here we are. Beat a punter who's a commentator, get to be on the main event scene. That is stupid work. Stupid work. And then him with Logan Paul. Oh, God. Logan needs to go far away from this as far as possible.
And then you got Pat No Talent Fee no selling Gunther's line. Best line of his portion of the promo, where he's like, you can look over at Pat and understand what happens when non-wrestlers get in my ring and try me.
Mm-hmm.
I delivered it way better than him, but you know what he said.
Yeah.
And Pat's like, oh, yeah, I'm still bruised, brother. I'm like, oh, God. I said, dude, this product insists upon itself because it's already trash. So the fact that it insists upon being trash constantly, like it is like a never-ending trash cycle with this product. Something is going to be trash. Like you can almost bet on it. It is one of the most sure bets that you could place on this planet. Will WWE do something trash on their television? Yes.
Yes.
I'm like, dude, why are you no-selling? Why are you fucking no-selling? Oh, yeah, I'm still bruised, brother. That's not, I bet he thought that was selling. No, homie. You know what it would have been better in that moment, Warner? You want to know? If Pat No Talent Fee actually had some talent, he would have made a very perturbed face and not said a word.
Yeah.
Like the moment Gunther turned back to look at him, he kind of jerks back a little bit and he kind of looks perturbed like, man, I don't want that again. That would have been dope. That would have been fucking dope.
But no, brother, I got to get myself over and be goofy. Mr. Yuck Yuck.
I'm the dude, bro, that everyone loves. Look at me. Oh, my God. Look, I'm standing on the table. Don't you like me?
I'm eating.
And the suggestions and fixes that we're proposing are easy.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying something, guys, that is one thing I pride this show on. Do we ever come on here and ask this show to do something unreasonable? Do we ever come on this show and ask them to do stuff that we know that they can't do? No, every suggestion we make is stuff that they could easily do. Stuff that they could easily write into the script, but they don't. And they won't. You know why? Because their audience does not hold them accountable. It's a joke, bro. Dude, it's a joke.
It's been a joke, and it's going to continue to be a joke.
Catherine said they don't know what to do with Gunther unless he's in the title picture. That's a fact. Man, this shit is so easy a caveman can do it. They're not trying. But then some people expect us to come on this show and be like, well, I did like the effort in it. No, hell no. No.
No.
You want to know a phrase that WWE fans tend to use, and I always hit them with the no before they even finish. When a WWE fan, when you know you're talking to a drone and they hit you with well, I understand why you didn't like it, but you gotta, the moment I hear, you gotta.
Yeah, no.
No, I immediately go, nope, hell no, nope, I don't gotta do nothing. Gotta my ass. I hate when they hit you with that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
They used to, I noticed this started when Cena was on top. Pause if necessary. I noticed this. Cena would have a terrible match, bury another young and up-and-coming talent, and they would always hit you with but you gotta respect him. He always comes to work and he always does Make-A-Wish. But you gotta respect him.
And he sells the most T-shirts.
Come on, bro. The moment I hear that, I go, last time I checked, I am a free-thinking adult.
Mm-hmm.
I don't gotta do nothing.
But see, WWE fans are not free-thinking adults. That's the problem. They're brainwashed, hive mind thinking.
But I gotta nothing.
Yeah.
And they still do that to this day. They don't do it as much because I think enough of them have gotten checked to where like it's not as prevalent as it used to be, like in the Cena era. But they still do it from time to time. And it's just like, do you not know how to think for yourself? Do you hear what you saying to me? You like 37, talk about some, yeah, you know, you didn't have to like that, but you gotta, but I gotta what? Y'all motherfuckers sound crazy. Give me a fucking knife. But I gotta. Get out of my face. All right. But Gunther leaves after cutting his promo against Logan Paul. Logan Paul didn't say much of anything. That's why I didn't even cover his part of the promo.
No.
He didn't say anything. And Jey Uso appears behind him like the fucking, like, dude, he was, Werner, every time Jey Uso gets a segment as a world champion, dude, I never want to hear a WWE fan call Tony Khan a cokehead.
No.
What I saw pop up behind Logan Paul was textbook cokeheadism. What I saw behind Logan Paul was textbook cokeheadism. Please. Y'all root for a dude that can't wrestle, can't cut a promo, and in order to get his catchphrase across, he goes, He makes fucking caveman noises. That's the no. I'm going to roast any one of y'all motherfuckers I see calling anybody but Jey Uso a cokehead. Because tell me y'all haven't seen a cokehead in real life without telling me y'all seen a cokehead in real life. The only thing that Jey Uso is missing from his cokehead presentation is the jaw, the shifting jaw, the coke jaw. That's the only thing he's missing. But every other tendency he has, I'm like, this dude does grade A cocaina.
Mm-hmm.
And he getting that world champion money now so he can buy the good stuff. Yeah, Marlo, right, said he popped up just like he finished a line of coke, right. And I'm supposed to ignore it. I'm supposed to be like, oh no, it's just his hypeness. He gets over with the crowd with that. That's why the crowd loves him. He's so organic. He's so original. Man, if y'all don't go find something sharp, see. Warren, any thoughts on that opening segment?
Oh God, you know, is it really hard to start with a wrestling match? I mean, let's be real here. WWE week in and week out, 2 times a week, because we got to have it on both Raw and SmackDown. We have to have promos to kick off the show. They have proven week in and week out that they can't cut promos. Doesn't matter who's on the roster. Doesn't matter if it's Gunther. Doesn't matter if it's Logan Paul. Doesn't matter if it's CM Hypocrite now because he's washed. Doesn't matter if it's AJ Styles. Doesn't matter if it's the New Day. Doesn't matter if it's the Viking Raiders. It doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter if it's Paul Heyman or Seth Rollins. No one can cut a promo in that company right now.
Homie, the booking is bad. The wrestling is bad. The promos are bad. The production is dipping. Dude, you there is no refuge to seek in the WWE product. It's all bad.
No, it is all bad. And I don't know where again, there's no light at the end of the tunnel, and there's no way of fixing this. It's not like we're gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, Triple H is fired. They finally, something finally broke the straw's camel's back nonsense, and he's gone.
Listen what I'm finna say, y'all. I'm gonna give another analogy. I've been on point tonight. If you're a wrestler outside of WWE right now, and you want to sign with the company, basically what you're telling me is you're willingly going to walk into Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
You are willing to go into wrestling's version of Guantanamo Bay. Willingly. But yet, that's a moniker they put on AEW. They even, and the shit was so corny. Guantanamo Bay. That's so corny. That was y'all. Y'all came up with that. Mm-hmm. Again, a deflection, yes. A huge deflection. Because think about how many wrestlers are lost in translation on the WWE roster right now. Think about how many wrestlers know the catering schedule like the back of their hand right now. Oh, today's halibut day. I thought it was Tapioca Tuesday. How many people can you say are like that right now? Dozens. Can y'all stop projecting? To sign with WWE right now, again, is to willingly walk into Guantanamo Bay. Willingly. Yeah, this looks like a good place. 5-star hotel. I would love to spend the night here.
Then it turns into North Korea. I mean, let's be real. It turns into North Korea. It may start out as Gitmo, but then it'll just devolve into North Korea.
And I know it's easy to say, do not sign on the dotted line, but now it's gotten to a point of where WWE has people standing outside of their Guantanamo Bay, signing them up for service, and they're telling them, if you go stay in this Guantanamo Bay, there's an opportunity that you might be moved to a nice prison in Texas. That's the WrestleMania moment thing. Yeah, if you come stay in this prison for a little while, you might, we might move you to a really nice, comfortable prison in Texas. It's still a prison. Man, y'all wrestlers don't know how fucking stupid y'all look.
But it's a dream. We all have dreams. We want to point at a sign.
Man, that shit is a never-ending nightmare.
All
right,
let's
get through the show, man. All right, Penta makes his interest to send us the break. Oh, before that, Roxanne Perez is a WWE Raw superstar now because her rollout on the main roster has been phenomenal.
Yes, it has.
No.
Back for commercial. Cocaine Uso is walking backstage when the Penguin flags him down to offer some wisdom, perceived wisdom. And he would just end up saying, and whether it's him or Logan Paul or Gunther, the long-term plan for the World Heavyweight Championship is Seth Rollins. All right. Okay. Goddamn, Warner.
I don't. You know. I don't. How is a almost 40-year-old the future? I don't get it. Almost 40.
Guys, I kicked off this review by saying this was the worst wrestling night I've ever seen on a Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
When I say that, I'm gonna cover all bases. Everyone had terrible performances tonight. Everyone. So if somebody's going, well, you know, I thought so-and-so did good in it. Nope. Everyone had terrible performances tonight. Everyone looked like they were working in quicksand tonight. Everyone looked like they were mastering the art of the WWE style tonight. Everyone. It was like it was a company-wide edict from top to bottom that when you get in that ring, you better slow down to complete slow-mo Phantom Cam replay levels of slow. Everyone was working like that tonight. Everyone. No one is exempt. We're not here to fanboy, so don't bring up your fucking favorites because we don't care. We don't give a damn. If I had a damn to give, I still wouldn't give it to you motherfuckers. Everyone was terrible tonight. Everyone. Fuck your favorite. Everyone sucked tonight. Everyone. Please don't come in here with that fanboy shit because I could feel somebody getting ready to come. Well, I thought you ain't your shut up. Wake up and smell a fucking dude. Like, are we serious? Homie, I can't get on this stream and lie. Everyone looked terrible tonight. Everyone.
Everybody. The WWE formula is broken.
And now I think
it needs to go away.
Dude, now I think it's to a point of where it's beyond repair and it can never be fixed. You want to know how I know? Because AJ Styles looked bad in the ring tonight. AJ Styles looked slow. AJ Styles. Goodness gracious.
Wait. And before anyone comes, well, he's old. Finn Balor's old. Most of this roster is old. You can't say he's lost a step. We know he hasn't. If he did the same match anywhere else, it would have been 10 times better.
Hit that like button, y'all. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, donation gang. This would just have interference because Carlito would run out there. And AJ Styles took out Carlito, but JD wipes him out with a suicide dive. Penta hits a flip pile driver on the floor. And El Grande Americano headbutts Penta from the crowd while the referee is distracted. Finn Balor hits the coup de grace, and Penta eats another pin. To the Judgment Day firmware update 8.2. Penta eats another loss. From an Anglo-Saxon man in a Lucha Libre mask whose name sounds like a drink at your local coffee shop. Do I need to say anything else? I got one more thing. I've seen AJ Styles hit that backflip into the Scorpion Death Drop flawlessly hundreds of times. Hundreds. That is one move. Every wrestler has that one move in their arsenal that they never botch. Never. I have never seen AJ Styles botch that move his entire career. And yes, I've lived long enough to watch AJ Styles' entire career.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what he botched tonight? WWE is garbage. This shit is garbage, bro. Give your thoughts on the match.
I don't know how. I don't know how this was okayed, because we all know every match is is rehearsed beforehand. So I don't know how this got through the cracks. I don't know why people think that this is just wonderful and they all went backstage and high-fived each other. And this was terrible. Again, this is the worst we've seen AJ in 20 years, 25 years.
Warren, I was going to hold off. I was going to hold off. Hold on, wait. I was going to hold off because I'm like, let me see if they fix their booking, which I should have known better. I am now in the realm of being willing to say, Rey Fenix, Penta, I bet you thought that grass was green on that other side, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's been long enough now. I feel like I could say it now. I feel like if I would have said it before WrestleMania, it would have been too soon. Now I can say, because y'all been getting 3-second tans, and quite a few of them, that grass ain't as green as you thought it was. Nah. You did all that, and I warned y'all. I said, when you simp for anything, it don't matter what it is, not even just a woman. When you simp for anything, that devalues you in that thing's eyes. So when WWE saw you working out with Sheamus, talk about some WWE is my home, it's been my dream, it's been my, and you sound like you was about to fucking cry. They said, oh, we could do whatever we want to do to him.
Mm-hmm.
And now is not the time to play Captain Morality if you're in the comment section right now. We've been those people before too, where we saw somebody that was simping for us and was willing to do anything for us, and we kind of treated them a little dirty. Yeah, now's not the time to play Captain fucking Morality. We've done it too.
Mm-hmm.
And you look back on that person and be like, damn, I did them kind of dirty, man. That was a person that was really riding for me and I fucked it up. But the difference between us and WWE ain't gonna say that shit. The wheel is just gonna keep turning. Come on now. I was trying to hold off on it. I was like, man, let me not say it too soon because, like, they could fix their booking.
You're right.
They could fix their booking. You know,
No.
But I doubted it. Of course, because it's WWE, I doubted it strongly. But, like, yeah, dude, I was like, man, let me be fair. Let me be objective. But now I'm at that point where it's like, yeah, no. Yeah, the grass ain't greener, homie. Y'all fucked up.
No, it's not.
Because I grew up believing the grass is green where you water it. That's what I was taught growing up. The grass is green wherever you water it. You can make the most of your situation wherever you are. That's why when I know so many people from high school. Yeah, I moved out of Chicago. I'm in Texas now. Yeah, oh man, I moved out of Texas. I'm in California now. Oh, no, I ain't in California no more. Oh man, I'm in Rhode Island. I'm like, you gonna keep running state to state trying to find resolutions of why you're failing instead of looking in the mirror and going, I'm the failure no matter how many states I fucking run to.
Right.
I need to fix what's wrong with me first. Because again, the grass is green wherever you water it. Some of you wrestlers can fucking learn from me, dude. I swear to God. Or anything else you want to cook on, man?
Can you know how long are we gonna? You know, I really thought this Gable thing was gonna last until Mania. How is this? Is this the new long-term storytelling out of WWE? Are we just in the first inning of El Grande? Because this is not funny. It's not fun. It's terrible. This isn't riveting storytelling on WWE's part. And it's frustrating that they can't get their ass out of their own heads to pivot. I don't know. It's just frustrating.
WWE is going to wait until near death to pivot.
They always do.
Yeah, we saw it in the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, WWE is going to wait until near death to pivot. And even now, with their current arrogance, even then, I still don't think they're going to do it. Oh, we're going to talk about that's one hell of a name. That's one. You better be a woman.
Wow.
That's one hell of a name. That's one. I don't think I can say that one. That's one hell of a name. I give it to you, beloved, if you are a woman. That's one hell of a name. But I appreciate the super chat. We're going to talk about it, though. We don't skip ahead over here on Covalent TV. We're going to talk about it. Don't worry. But, wow. Thank you for the 5 Schmackaroo super chat. Appreciate you. Wow.
Ina. We'll just go with Ina.
Yeah. Because I can't even say the first part of that.
No.
All right. Oh, man. That's all right. Ron said El Grande Americano equals Mr. America from Temu. No. Because WWE is actually booking this like people should take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You knew Mr. America was a rib. They're booking this like it's a thing. Oh, and by the way, to read the first part of what you said, you're a lady from Kansas. Shouts out to Kansas.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? We got some people from Kansas. Y'all don't talk like that in Kansas. But, no, shouts out to y'all, man. Shouts out to y'all. Appreciate you out there in Kansas. That's how I can't say the name.
Yes. Ina. We're just going to go with Ina.
I'm going to call you SP. You going to be SP. But yeah, no, SP. I don't know how long you've been watching tonight's review, but go back and watch the beginning because I'm going to read the first line of what you said. You said tonight's wrestling is awful.
Mm-hmm.
I said at the beginning of this stream, this is the worst wrestling I've ever seen on a Monday Night Raw ever, and I've been watching Monday Night Raw since its inception.
Mm-hmm.
I agree wholeheartedly. I agree. Craig said AEW should do an ID program. First name, I want them to pick up his nasty Leroy. That's funny. Okay. All right. Shouts out to you. All right, let's keep it going. Ladies and gentlemen, like gang, comment gang, share gang, donation gang. Thank you for, you know what I'm saying, our new viewer SP coming through straight away. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
Welcome to the family. Appreciate you. But Io Sky's interview backstage, she says she knows what it takes to win Money in the Bank, and she's ready for whoever wins. And Becky Lynch rolls up and points out that Io Sky has never beaten her.
Try it.
Bruh.
No.
By Survivor Series, the ceilings will have their titles back.
You know that's what it is, dude.
Yeah.
You know that's what it is.
Predictable booking by WWE in 2025.
But Science Project Lynch makes her entrance and we go to break. Back from commercial, Logan Paul is on the phone with somebody trying to get himself a ride out the arena. Seth Rollins rolls up and says Cocaine Uso is going to pay for the night, and come Saturday, he's not going to be 100%. Pause. Which means the odds are in Logan's favor. Pause again. If he could get past Jey Uso and if he could get past Gunther, pause again. Seth will be waiting on the other side for him. And he'll know who
without his underwear.
Yeah. And he'll know who to thank for having that world title on his shoulder. Conditional pause. And maybe they'll run it back from WrestleMania a couple of years ago with the title on the line. Think about it. All right. Okay. Yes, everyone, throw tomatoes. Throw tomatoes at Becky Lynch. Yes, please. Yes, please.
When has anyone asked for a Logan Paul match?
You tell me, sir.
I'm just wondering, because I've never, ever seen anywhere a clamoring for, oh, you know who Logan Paul should face? This guy. No.
Let's do it, Warner. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. We got Science Project Lynch going against Natalya and Roxanne Perez. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it again, just like I said about the first match. The absolute worst I've ever seen all three people involved in this match look. Becky Lynch, that's not saying much. She's pretty much trash all the time in that ring. But
yes,
this is the worst. And Natty, I know you know I love you, friend of the show, love you so much. You know that.
Yes.
Natty didn't look like herself out there. Roxanne didn't look like herself out there. So much so, to a point midway through this match, Roxanne Perez missed a spot. And in Becky Cena fashion, she yells out the spot so loud that people in the goddamn upper level could have heard her say it. Go do your suicide dive with that deep puberty sounding ass voice.
Yeah.
Roxanne, just like how I said I've never seen AJ Styles botch that backflip into the Scorpion Death Drop, I've never, in all my years of watching Roxanne Perez, seen her miss a spot. The WWE style is a failure. It needs to die. The WWE style needs to die. The hard cam style needs to die. It benefits no one in between those ropes. It doesn't look good. It's not good psychology. It's not making every moment count. It just fucking sucks, and it's making these wrestlers botch because they have to slow down and remember where the fucking camera is.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking knife. And then you got this fucking non-wrestling orange-haired bitch yelling at a real wrestler to get into a spot. Are you kidding me? Y'all gonna stop playing with me, man. Y'all WWE fans need to start holding this shit accountable, dude. I ain't never seen Roxanne Perez look that bad in the fucking ring, ever.
I mean, let's be honest here. The common denominator here is Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch shouldn't have said that. And two, both of them, Roxanne and Becky, should have deferred to the veteran in the match, which is Natty. And neither of them did that.
But Lyra,
And that's
let me finish out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you cook. Lyra, let me finish out. Down syndrome Becky Lynch came out there to grab the real Becky Lynch. They fought and brawled because Becky Lynch can't put a young talent over clean.
no.
But guess who did? Natalya.
Mm-hmm.
Roxanne Perez would hit a terrible look at Pop Rocks on Natalya. It was miscommunications everywhere. Every spot looked sloppy and clunky. And hold on. Excuse me, had to sneeze, y'all. Oh, pardon me. And at one point, it's so bad it's getting me fucking sick. At one point in this match, Natalya's going for the double sharpshooter. Which one of them, you watch them give her legs. It was so bad. Warren, it was so bad.
It was.
It was so bad. She gave her legs. Like, it looked like, you know when you're changing a baby's diaper?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked like. And they kicking their legs. Now, give your thoughts on this match, man.
This match was terrible. The communication should have ran through Natty, not Becky. Period. And I don't get why, after a really good match on Saturday with Kenzie Page over at NWA.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good. And then she knocked the fuck out of a fan.
Which was really funny.
Which was really funny. And, and her making another star. She comes back to this nonsense. I just don't get it. It makes no sense to me. Becky should be far away from a ring, period. Retire. You have nothing else left to prove. You're not getting over Down syndrome, your Down syndrome version of yourself. It's not happening. It's falling apart. And Roxanne, I feel bad for her because I know she can go. I know she's better than what she showed tonight in the ring. But she got a terrible dance partner and a terrible dance partner that doesn't know how to relinquish to the veteran in the ring. Because I'm big time, but I don't care. You should have respect for your elders in the ring. And there was no respect shown from Becky Lynch to Natty tonight. It's just pathetic. If it were me, I would have fired Becky tonight.
Roxanne, it's whatever you thinking in your head about that match, and I've been a wrestler. I know what you're thinking in backstage right now. I know what you are. As you're leaving the arena, probably preparing to leave the arena right now, I know what's running through your head. 23 years old, by the way. You 23 years old. I know what's running through your head. You replaying everything that went wrong in that match right now. Let me be the first to tell you, nothing of what happened in that match is your fault. Nothing that happened within the structure of that match is your fault. We know what you're capable of.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said this. If you giving me 5 women where, hey, they say, hey, pick 5 women to start your promotion off with, you would be in that 5.
Oh, easily.
Natalya would be in there too. You need a vet. You need a vet. Megan Bain and Toni Storm would be in there too.
Mm-hmm.
But like, Roxanne, nothing that happened in this match tonight was your fault. You were in there with a veteran that couldn't get out of her own way, and it ain't Natalya. This was not your fault. All right. In the locker room, Sami Zayn, Grease, Jey Uso, and Werner was having a blast. He says he sees everything that's going on, and he just wants Jey to know that he's taking care of Seth Rollins, the Bron Breakker, and the Penguin on Saturday. And if they try to play the numbers game tonight, he's got his back. Whatever. All right. Kairi Sane is warming up backstage. And so is Zoey Stark, and so is Rhea Ripley. And then Sheamus makes his entrance to send us to break. And you know what, Werner? Sir, it is your time to shine. I left you something real nice. What would happen right after we came off a commercial break? What would be shown to us after Sheamus? Oh, no. It was something that happened before that, sir. You ain't going to skip over it. No.
Oh, God. The whole Pat McAfee thing?
No.
Michael Cole getting his ass handed to him by John Cena?
Yep, go ahead and talk about it, sir. There you go.
Oh, God.
Go ahead and talk about it.
For some odd reason, they decided to show Michael Cole getting barbecue sauce all over his body and getting an attitude adjustment from John Cena. And Cole pointing out tattoos and using the telestrator for no fucking reason. And Pat said something to the effect of, that's probably the worst moment in your career. Cole mentioned Heidenreich. That's it.
Werner forgot all of his year one material, not with the Heidenreich thing, but with this, because this is something that he should have brought into the future with him. Why was this on the show?
Yeah, why was this on this had no place on the show.
Why was this on the show? Now, here, I'm about to do something comparative. Again, the industry standard is to be compared and contrasted to. If AEW did a segment like this coming off of a commercial break with Tony
Schiavone,
we would have never heard the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody watching us right now would have heard the end of it. But, okay, when WWE does it, anybody else does it?
Bad.
Why was this on the show? I'm waiting.
Your guess is as good as mine. I really have no answer for this.
Okay. But I was told that WWE, on everything on WWE programming, has purpose and it matters and it moves things forward. That's what I was told.
Here's my question, and we brought this up with AEW. When was the last time WWE had a focus show?
Like from top to bottom?
Top to bottom.
That's a damn good question. You would have to go back to the Ruthless Aggression era.
At least.
Yeah, you would have to go back to the Ruthless Aggression era. Because the pay-per-views in the Ruthless Aggression era were like AEW quality.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't, you would have to go way back. You would have to go like way back. You going back at least 15 years, at least. But go ahead. You still you're not skirting responsibility, sir.
I'm not trying
Stop
to
running from your children, Werner.
What children? I don't have any kids.
You got 6 kids, and they all had their mayonnaise stolen by me.
When did I have 6 kids?
I stole all of their mayonnaise. All of their lunch sandwiches have no mayonnaise. How does that make you feel, Werner?
I didn't know I had 6 kids.
That's because you're a deadbeat father.
I am not Christian, okay?
You're a deadbeat father, sir. You let your children's mayonnaise get taken from you. Terrible person. Finish out the show, sir.
Oh.
Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce was talking to Alpha Academy backstage and asked Tozawa if he really wanted what he asked for. Tozawa said yes, and Pearce made the match official for next week. Tozawa versus Rusev.
This motherfucker came back to feud with the Alpha Academy. Do I need to say anything else?
Big Scott Curse is going to leave him on next Monday.
He came back to feud with the Alpha Academy.
Mm-hmm.
When they ran a match graphic with him and Tozawa, dude, I laughed out loud. Because I don't even think he knows how dumb that looks.
I bet you now he's wishing he had that match with Orange Cassidy.
You came back to feud with Alpha Academy. You got what you wanted, Rusev. That's all I got to say about that. Let's keep going.
All right. Chad Gable walked into frame and argued for Money in the Bank qualifying matches for himself and Ivy Nile. The New Day showed up and talked about next week. American Made will be involved in a tag title shot. It'll be a triple threat match, including the War Raiders.
Who cares?
Yeah, honestly.
Dude, and yes, the base god curse is still on Tozawa, courtesy of Werner. Yes.
No,
Yes, it is. He has not recovered since.
He won championships since that curse.
The 24/7 title, you wide bitch.
It's still a title in WWE. It is a recognized title.
A currently non-existent title, sir.
It is still recognized because they still call R-Truth a 900,000-time 24/7 champion.
Sir, don't make me push you through a doorway. I've already taken all of your mayonnaise. Now I have to push you through. Now I have to push you through a doorway. Okay? So calm down. Calm down, sir. This is a Wendy's, sir. All right.
I thought this was a Waffle House.
Exactly. Well, you want to fight? Do you want to fight? But fucking, let's keep going.
All righty. We got Sheamus versus Grayson Waller in a shoot fight?
Dude. Worst I've ever seen Sheamus look. Worst I've ever seen Grayson Waller look. But that's not saying much for Grayson Waller.
Mm-hmm.
Warner, okay, I'm not the only one to notice that.
This looks like a weird shoot fight.
Like halfway through the match, Sheamus just starts shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Like he dropped him. Like he just like he was standing on the apron. He had him on the. He just dropped him.
Yeah.
He just fucking dropped him. I was like, what the hell is going on? And you know Sheamus is gonna get away with it.
Oh yeah. Because he's a Triple H guy.
So now
that's the OG Triple H guy.
So now we got emotional vets. I thought that was what AEW had it. I thought AEW was the one with the emotional vets. Wow. But yeah, we're going to talk about it because I don't know what happened here.
This was just a terrible match. Terrible match. A lot of bitch slapping for no reason. A lot of stealing of moves, weirdly, or at least that punch.
It had no psychology whatsoever.
It had there was nothing to this match.
There was like no purpose, no sense of purpose in this match. Nothing.
This was so weird.
It was definitely a going through the motions match.
And then what was Grayson doing at the beginning? Like trying to act like a kickboxer?
That was weird too. He was doing He was doing like the fucking Antonio Inoki shit. I'm like, what are you doing?
You're going against Sheamus for crying out loud.
That was Warren, I'm glad you brought it up. I forgot about that. That was confusing as hell too. I think the story happened backstage, Ron. I think the story, whatever the story was, happened backstage.
I'm starting to think Grayson Waller doesn't want to wrestle.
Dude, because I swear, at one point, Sheamus just picked him up and just dropped him. And like Grayson Waller's chest hit the top rope and then hit the fucking apron.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Werner, thank you for I forgot all about that shit. That was so weird.
That was so weird.
Oh, and SP, that name. God damn it, that name. SP said, I don't feel bad for Rusev or Black because they decided to come back a feud with Miz and Baby Miz. Facts plus tax. Oh, you gonna fit in perfectly here.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
But go ahead.
All right. To make a long story short, Sheamus won with a bro kick. I mean,
Because that's not predictable.
That's not predictable at all.
What are you going to tell me next? Randy Orton wins a match with an RKO? God fucking damn it. Like, right now, WWE has the worst mix of everything. They have the worst wrestling. They have a whole bunch of vets that need to move the fuck out the way. Then they have a whole bunch of young talent that they don't know what to do with. Then they have terrible writing. Then they have a booker that thinks the fans should fuck. Like, dude, they have the worst tropical storm of garbage that you possibly could have as a wrestling promotion. But again, AEW was getting told all of this. Just a year ago, just a year and a half ago, everybody was saying this about AEW. But where's everyone saying this about WWE? Now, Tony Khan, the fat, got rid of the cancers, and guess what? AEW is thriving and succeeding better than it ever has. But where's the praise? See, because I'm a firm believer of the praise better be just as loud as the disrespect was.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the praise? AEW has turned it around. Oh, and yes, we should call this the Will Ospreay Vindication Night.
Oh,
5-star.
Time.
This was
Big time.
This was Will Ospreay Vindication Night. 5-star. That is phenomenal. That's exactly what this was. This was Will Ospreay Vindication Night. How can you watch tonight's Raw and not look back at that Will Ospreay statement and go, damn, he was right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's keep going, man.
Well, Will Ospreay's afraid of the grinds.
If you don't stop, get the fuck out of here. But Austin Theory, yeah, he was getting cheered the whole match. You know why? Because deep down inside, again, WWE fans know what they should want, but they don't cheer for it enough. That's rare. You're not going to see that again for a long time. If anything, that's going to make them bury him more.
Yep.
You're not going to see that again for a long time. Every now and again, you see that little shade that the fans might buck the system and actually start holding the product accountable, and then it goes away. They go right back to eating and going, whoa, whoa.
Or barking like a dog for a Bron Breakker.
Yeah. You see little glimmers of hope like that for like 1 second, and you never see it again. Or you see it like a year from that point. Yeah, so when they were chanting for Austin Theory, I'm like, oh boy, that was like seeing a shooting damn star, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, continue, sir.
He should have wished upon that shooting star.
Straight up. He should have walked backstage and immediately been like, push me. Straight up. But go ahead.
All right. I am escaping the Therese Halliburton nonsense.
Yeah, no, there's no point in even.
Yeah, that was a big nothing burger.
Yeah.
All right, Kathy Kelly tried to interview Gunther backstage and asked if the game plan was different heading into June 9th before Gunther could answer. Seth I don't wear underwear Rollins walked in and said he has to let Gunther know that the work Gunther did as Seth's World Heavyweight Championship was pretty good stuff. Did we see the same World Heavyweight title run? Because I thought it was trash. You thought it was trash, right, Daryl?
Mm-hmm.
So how was...
Just move on. Just move on. Just move on. They only do it because they know they could do it to their audience.
Yeah.
Just move on. I'm telling you.
Yeah. All right. Gunther said he heard about the long-term plan and said Seth was short-sighted for his visionary, which was not funny at all. Gunther said that he was the future. Rollins said he was annoyed and that this was a courtesy, a championship courtesy. If Gunther finds that title around his waist again, that he will be treated no different than anyone else, and Gunther will be a target. Gunther said he can't wait for that to happen.
That doesn't even
eagerly awaiting it.
That doesn't even make sense to say. We just watched you tap to Jey Uso.
And people still chanting about it a month later.
That doesn't even, like, in your current booking state, Gunther, that doesn't even make sense for you to say.
Which, again, I'm still trying to figure out how, in kayfabe, he gets another World Heavyweight title shot when he fought a non-wrestler that can up his. I know they don't do rankings, but like in the in the eyes of the fans, beating the punter should not have the consequences.
It shouldn't elicit
to
a championship match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It doesn't make sense, Warner. It doesn't make sense. Let's keep going.
It's terrible. Up next we have Rhea Ripley.
Oh my God.
Yeah, here we go. Versus Kairi Sane versus Zoey Stark in a Money in the Bank qualifier match.
The cherry on top of the WWE style being a failure on tonight's WWE Raw.
Yes.
Warner, out of respect for Zoey, and guys, normally we do the jokes with Zoey, but tonight I'm gonna bypass them. Out of respect for Zoey, Warner, read the result, and then I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and let's move on.
Rhea Ripley won with a riptide on Kairi Sane for the win.
First of all, surprise, fucking prize.
Right.
What happened to Zoey tonight is a product of the WWE style.
Mm-hmm.
Kairi was so focused on doing this god awful character work that they tell people to do in the ring instead of actually wrestle. Kairi missed Zoey going for the missile drop kick altogether. This hurts my heart. When I watched the replay, because I didn't hear it in real time, when I watched the replay of the injury, and you heard Zoey, I want to say she was probably midair or about to be midair at that point, and you hear Zoey go, Kairi! That broke my fucking heart. You want to know why it broke my heart, guys? I've been a wrestler. In that moment, Zoey's trust in that wrestling ring failed.
Mm-hmm.
As talented as she is in that ring, you could feel every bit of training that she had outside of that company and the confidence she had in it leave her body. Listen to how she said Kairi. That shit broke my heart. She said, Kairi. And then she landed. And guys, me and Warren have both been alive long enough to know what the Joe Theismann injury is.
Oh, man.
It looked like that. People were saying Sid Vicious. No, it looked like the Joe Theismann injury.
Or Alex Smith. Similar.
The WWE style might have just ended a career. I hope not. I hope that I'm trying to be realistic. I'm gonna be honest. If she made it out of that with sprained ligaments, somebody up there must like her. But I'm being real, y'all. That looked bad. That looked like if she does come back, we talking about 2 years from now.
Minimum.
And from what I was told from people in the arena, she couldn't even put weight on the leg, which tells me, yeah.
Yeah, the doctor carried her.
Yeah, it was more than just a knee. That tells me it was more than just her knee. Zoey, yeah, we crack jokes and all that stuff and all that, but like, Zoey, you are a professional wrestler. And just like how I said to Roxanne, I know what's going through your head right now. Zoey, what happened in that ring was not your fault. I'm going to say it again. That was not your fault. I place the blame on the style that WWE makes you all work. Who would have thunk that the once perceived as the most safe style in professional wrestling would hurt the most people? Meanwhile, people say AEW is so dangerous. And I asked Warner this question way back at like what pay-per-view? Like All Out? I said, Warner, how many catastrophic major injuries have we seen come out of AEW in its entire existence?
None.
The WWE style, I'm gonna repeat myself because it needs to be driven home. The WWE style needs to die a horrible death. And I feel bad for Kairi too. Because we know the greatness that is Kairi outside of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Kairi outside of WWE does not miss that spot. Let me say it again. Kairi outside of WWE does not miss that spot. Let me say it a third time. Kairi outside of WWE does not miss that spot. If anything, she leans into it. Only in WWE where you're told you got to make every moment count. And when you see him fall to the outside of the ring after they did something dirty to you, you sell it. Then you turn and face that camera for a second. Then you go to the next move. That just possibly broke Zoey's leg and tore her knee completely out. That. Fuck WWE. Fuck their style. Fuck everything about this goddamn company. Mm-hmm. That's all I got on it. Give your take on the match and let's move on.
Oh boy, you know, the fact of the predictability is just it drives me nuts. It really drives me nuts. And on to Zoey's injury. It sucks to see. Yes, we crack jokes and we try to have entertainment value and have fun. But to see this happen to anyone in a wrestling ring is just, it sucks. And I hope and pray that it's not as bad as what it looked, because sometimes that can't happen. WWE needs to fix shit. I mean, how far? I mean, we're not even a year removed from what, 5 or 6 girls down in NXT getting their ACLs torn, and now this happens with another women's wrestler. Boy, it makes you wonder how much WWE hates women's wrestling. I mean, really think about it. Most of the catastrophic injuries that have happened in WWE in the recent years have been happening to the women, including the golden cow, including the golden spire cow, whatever cash cow you would think, in the ceiling of Charlotte Flair, who was out for 2 years with her leg injury.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Finish this stream out, man. Now my brain is switched to like protest mode where I just don't even want to talk about this company anymore. They just Zoey, that was preventable.
It really was. Oh god. Next up, we have the Judgment Day show and celebrating backstage. Balor walked into the picture introducing Roxanne Perez to the group. Balor noted how Dom said we need more members. A few weeks ago.
You know what's about to happen.
Dom said they need to talk to Liv before any decisions were made. Balor said Perez wasn't a member, but that she could provide help if they need it. Perez said she got them presents, gave Dom a box of chicken nuggets.
Finish the fucking
show. You're an adult.
Please finish this show. Please. Okay. We both getting mad now. Like, finish the show. I can't.
Carlito received an apple. Balor said he can't wait for Liv to come back with a big grin on his fucking face. Jey Uso makes his way through the crowd, because that has to take 15 minutes. Up next, Bron Breakker versus Jey Uso. Ends in a fucking DQ because Mr. I don't wear underwear can't help himself. And attacks Jey Uso.
Another show that ends in a Dairy Queen, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row now, right?
Yeah.
Up next, Sami Zayn comes out and CM Punk comes out, and they end the show with Braun and Rollins brawling or staring at each other. Oh, wait. Logan Paul came out for no reason whatsoever and punched Jey Uso. Negative fucking 10.
Yeah, creatively bankrupt nothing burger of a fucking show. Anybody who supports this shit and calls it good or calls it cinema or calls it whatever the fuck you weirdos call it, you're stupid as hell. And I'm going to say it to your face. If you see me out somewhere, I will say it again.
Yeah.
No moment.
Yeah, no moment.
God damn it. All right, clear the air. God damn it. Clear the air. So, guys, I had to handle some business this weekend. I had a great weekend, though. Don't get it twisted. I had a phenomenal weekend. And now I'm going to have another good one coming up because I'm going to be out there in Arizona for Double or Nothing. So, yeah, great weekend. Very celebratory feeling, chill weekend. My clear the air consists of this. If you have hatred in your body, go get that hatred purged from you however you need to get it purged from you. There was 2 situations that happened. Guys, I'm very plugged in Chicago. If you know, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of y'all that I don't know personally, and you know, I'm not a very personal type of guy. Like if I know you, I rock with you. But like, if anybody ever hangs out with me in Chicago, you know I'm the man in my city. I could go wherever and be wherever I want, and nothing will happen. Not saying it couldn't, but typically it doesn't. And I went to a spot on Sunday just to, you know, decompress after the Crosstown Classic and all that stuff. Just kick it, have a good time. And it was played at Wrigley Field here in Chicago. Very iconic stadium. One of the last ones left, if not the last one left. And I went to a spot down the street from it. And no, it wasn't Sluggers Werner because I could feel you just getting ready to say some generic Chicago shit. But went to a spot over there. And I knew the DJ. And I was kicking it behind the stage. Just chilling. And common courtesy, or at least this is how I was raised, you walk into somebody else's crib, you speak. And I treat everything that way. Hey, I had never been in this venue, so, you know, I introduce myself to everybody. I introduce myself to the bar backs, the bartenders, the security. You know, that's what I do. That's my thing. I pride myself on respect. But it was one that I could tell already, without even knowing me, hadn't even said a word to this man, that he was already hating on me. He had some deep-rooted issue with me. Like, I don't know if I might have looked like a dude that fucked this bitch in high school or something. But I knew it was just something he wasn't liking about me. But I'm smart enough to know not everybody is going to like you. See, but I'm that type that I'll push a boundary. I want to see how much you don't like me. I want to see how far this hate goes. See, everybody think they got hate in their body until they run into a motherfucker that's willing to test it. So I was checking his temperature. And he said something to me that I half caught what he said. But he said something that in Chicago, it basically mean like, hey, man, if this happens, we going to have to fight. Because the last thing I heard him say was like, you know, all right, so what? God damn it. What did he say? Because I didn't catch most of what he said. Yeah, so he was like, yeah, some, so be cool. So in Chicago on the south side, if you say so be cool, oh, that means you ready to get like confrontational. So I kind of like looked at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? We literally had not had an interaction before that moment. So somebody starts fighting outside because it's Wrigleyville. Somebody starts fighting outside. The DJ goes out. He runs outside. The DJ runs outside. Friend of mine runs outside. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I go to tell the same guy, hey, man, the DJ ran out, man. Go check on him. Out of nowhere, he's like, man, see, this is what I'm talking about. You got to go. You got to go. Oh, no, you got to go. He grabbed my arm. Of course I moved my arm because, homie, you ain't finna touch me. Like, dude, get your fucking hands off me. The DJ comes running back in. He's making a scene. There was like 3 girls there, 3 bottle girls right there. He's making a scene. DJ comes back in. He screams out to the DJ, hey. He's like, you know him? There was like a 2-second pause. And he looks at him and kind of goes, yeah, what's the problem? This dude walks away. Don't say nothing to me for the rest of the night. hating for no reason. Off code FBA, brother. I hate to see it. Off code as fuck. You got hate in your heart. Go get that shit purged. I don't care how rough your day was. I don't care if you had to break up 25 fights. If you're a man especially, hold your fucking composure. And if you got some hate in your system, go punch a wall or something. Go purge it somewhere. But you don't treat people that way. And then something else happened. So I'm leaving the venue, and I see this group of Latinos, and I see this one guy barking on a female, not even 4'11", maybe about 4'10" at the most, barking on a female. And I'm standing across the street. Now, guys, I'm not no Captain Save 'em. I'll be the first person to tell you I'm not no white knight, because I'm the first to ask, what did you do? Because I know how slick a woman's mouth can get. But out of nowhere, the girl is standing there quiet, scared. He slaps her across the fucking face. Unprovoked. Slaps her across the face. So I go across the street, and I gave him some straightening. As a man, I checked him. I said, hey, man, you don't fucking do that shit. What's wrong with you? And I said, okay, cool. I go down the street. I want to pick up some cookies. I ain't gonna lie. Insomnia Cookies was calling out to me. I come out of the little spot. Walk out. He's right back in her face, putting his finger in her face. He touches her again. I grabbed him by his goddamn neck. I threw him against a glass door, and I punched him in his fucking nose. His uncle pulled me off of him. And I'm not trying to shit on the Latinos when I say this. There was a Latino man that wasn't even involved telling me, oh, you should mind your business. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know where you come from, but where I come from, if a brother see another brother putting his hands on a woman that ain't doing nothing to him, we handle the man. So don't be a coward. Don't be a bitch. And if you got hate in your heart, purge that shit safely and away from other people. Because everybody tough until they run into a real gangster. So if you see me in person, I'm going to repeat this. If you see me in person and you got something you want to say to me, I encourage you to choose your words wisely. Because I will whoop your ass expeditiously, and I will pack you up. And you better hope I was in a good mood that day. I'm tired of seeing a lot of men out here not being fucking men. And that's what I want to clear the air on. Go ahead, Warner.
No. If you know that someone's in trouble, and I don't mean like, like, well, if life or death, yes, but like if you think someone's looking or seeming a little off, go get them help. Go take them to the hospital, go take them to, a mental health facility, something. Get them the help they need. Don't just kick it down, kick the can down the road, think, oh, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Go get that person help. Simple as that.
All right, cool. Well, guys, we gave y'all damn near 2 hours and 30 minutes of this work. Wednesday show will not be as long. I'm just letting y'all know right now.
Bro.
All right? But it's time for us to get the hell up out of here, man. So, therefore, going once, going twice, and so to the man with the braids in his hair. So, sign off yet again to the epitome of black excellence, the king of dimes, just your boy, Mr. Starksign.
The beacon of hope worldwide, the Messiah, semi-cute sixes, and the internal pessimist, Big Dub.
Wait a minute. SP said I had to kick my brother-in-law's ass because he was cheating on my sister with 3 other girls.
Damn.
You did what you had to do in that scenario.
Yeah, seriously.
But appreciate our new viewer, SP. We appreciate everybody that showed up tonight. But yeah, we already did our little outro. So peace out, y'all.
See you Wednesday.